to stay warm because, he had a sprain. He had a boo-boo. I got nothing but respect for Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, and he might be having one of the best seasons of his career, and just the Chargers are they're really good. I mean, this is going to be their best chance to beat the Patriots, but I still don't think it's going to happen. It's just like we talked about the last time we talked. The Patriots are really good at home. If they were on the road, if this was in LA or wherever, I wouldn't give the Patriots as good of a chance. But in Foxborough, they're really good this year.
Yeah, it is another 8-0 year in Foxborough. They stumbled on the road a little bit, but I mean, if you look at it, they lost to teams that they should have beaten. They lost to teams when their offensive line was banged up and hurt, and did not play a good game, and did not give Tom Brady, the 2.3 seconds that he actually needs to do damage. And they are healthy this week. I think they are going to give Tom the time to go through his progressions, make the right decision, and put the ball in the hands of whoever is going to get him the yards after the catch that he needs. And I think that is one of the biggest keys to this game is Yak.
Oh yeah, and probably would you say James White is a big factor in this game?
Yeah, he is. He's also going down as one of my big factors in the game. Is one of my keys. Is one thing that this Chargers defense is susceptible to is what the opponent's running backs can do coming out of the backfield. They get killed on screenplays, especially they sit there in their dime and they get into their quarters, and it leaves a lot of room underneath to exploit. And hey, what do you know? Here's James White and Julian Edelman, two guys that do really well at exploiting the ball underneath. I'm not sure what they have planned. I can't see you coming into Foxborough and not dancing with the one that brought you. I don't think that they're going to come in here and do something completely different and leave Bill Belichick scratching his ass on the sideline saying, where did this come from? He's going to be prepared for it because this is what they do. And not to jump on you, but it's kind of the same thing, with the Steelers. This is what they do. They're going to do it. And the Patriots know how to exploit that. Tom Brady knows how to exploit that. And you're absolutely right. I think James White is going to be a huge factor in this game. I think motioning him, starting with an empty backfield and then motioning him back in behind center is going to really play a huge key in this, giving Tom, making the Chargers tip what they're going to do, what defense they're going to be in. It's going to be a big game for Mr. White.
Yeah, the Chargers are last among all teams in receiving yards, giving up receiving yards to running back. So that's not a good matchup for them.
No, it's really not. Not when they have. White is not the only weapon that they have there. I mean, for Christ's sakes, our fullback catches footballs out of the backfield.
Right.
Where else do you see that? Plus, Sony Michel has gotten continuously better throughout the year in what he's done in the passing game, and Rex Burkhead is healthy. It's been aggravating over the past 3 weeks, being a Patriots fan, watching Rex Burkhead go through his preseason, but it's going to pay off now because you do see he's a dual threat as well, more of a dual threat than anybody else on this team, I think. And you'll see him put up some stats as well.
It's funny when a player does hardly anything in the regular season and then just explodes in the playoffs. Like, Where did this guy come from? So,
yeah, you're going to see a lot of that this year. I mean, people around here have made a big deal about the lack of Chris Hogan in this offense this year. But if you look at it, Chris Hogan has been the only healthy wide receiver in this group from the get-go, from game one all the way through. Bill Belichick has known that it's paramount that when the playoffs start, Chris Hogan needed to be healthy. And Chris Hogan does not play a game that leads to great health. He's somebody who catches the ball over the middle and doesn't give a damn. He takes massive hits and gets hurt year in, year out. He has not gotten hurt this year at all. And I think he's somebody that's going to step up on Sunday that we haven't seen a lot from. Until then, I think he's been that guy that, Danny Amendola, usually you see, I used to make a comment, why is he always the last card played? Well, they're trying to keep Amendola healthy for the playoffs. I think this year that is switched over to Chris Hogan, and they were trying to keep him healthy for the playoffs. And I think we're also going to see a bit of him on Sunday, too, more than we have.
Yeah. So I joked that Patriots have their ticket to the Super Bowl, but is it really all depend on that Colts-Chiefs game? I mean, if the Chiefs win, do you give the Patriots much of a chance of beating them in Kansas City?
I give them a boxer's chance. People talk about having a puncher's chance. I give them a boxer's chance. If Tom Brady can keep the offense on the field with his style of play, and keep Kansas City's offense off the field, chew up a lot, make Kansas City have to use the big play to score because they're not going to have the time to sustain drives, then yeah, I think the Patriots do have a boxer's chance. I think it's going to be very, very difficult, but I think they do have a chance to go in there and win. And quite frankly, we've all seen it. This team is capable of losing at home. And I mean, Andy Reid's going to Andy Reid, dude. He's going to Andy Reid. It's going to happen.
So true.
Something is going to, he's going to f something up. To the point where, his team might show up to the game 3 hours late because he's so bad at clock management. They'll think it's a 4 o'clock start and they were supposed to kick off at 1.
He is the patron saint of clock management. That's for sure.
Oh my God, it's painful. And Andy is such a nice guy. If you've ever had a chance to meet, he's just like the nicest human being that you've ever met. It's just he doesn't get it. Oh, that giant thing up there that is counting down. That's how much time I have left in the game to use. So, I mean, it's gotten better because Patrick Mahomes is so fucking smart. But other than that, yeah. In the end, Andy Reid's going to Andy Reid. They aren't the team that they have been or that they were before the suspension, and they're definitely beatable. And I actually think that the Colts have a really good chance of doing that this weekend.
It's basically death taxes and Andy Reid teams choking in the playoffs. Especially in Kansas City. Those are the three certainties of life.
Mm-hmm.
I want the Colts, now I just thought of this, I want the Colts to win so bad so that the AFC Championship game is Indianapolis at New England. I want them to give away a little bike inflator to every fan, or just have everything related to inflating things.
Beautiful. I love it. Give everybody a ball inflator. We've all seen them. If you're a coach or if you're a parent of a ball player, you got the little pump with the needle on the end. Yeah, no sweat. Hand them out at the gate and throw them. I hope if they're made out of Nerf, okay? I'm not saying to hurt anybody, people.
Right.
That's not what I'm doing. And toss them down at the Colts. And oh my God. Oh my God! It's just
amazing.
I mean, I've been going through this for 15 years now, and all because some idiot on another team decided to frickin' I don't know, whine about something or say something, or it's painful, dude. It's just painful because we've been through this. None of these things, none of these gates that everybody keeps talking about has ever done a damn thing for the New England Patriots in winning any single Super Bowl or any single game. If you really think that Tom Brady needs to take the air pressure out of a ball to make you look bad, then you really need to reevaluate your life.
I brought this up last time, but it just makes me laugh when that whole Deflategate thing happened and they found it in halftime or something like that. So I think Brady made a point of having like one of the best second halves of his life
exactly
in that game to show that the deflating balls means nothing. So yeah, so. All right, sir. Well, I'm sure. Hopefully, we could talk again next week. I think it's a very good chance of that happening.
Yeah, there's a good shot at it, and I really hope that we do, man. I want to thank you for asking me back on. I always say that I cherish the people that ask me onto their shows, and I really, really dig when they ask me back again.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
I could talk to you like 16 hours a day, and like I guess we need to like sleep or something like that. So I mean, it's just you're awesome to talk to. Yeah, we could talk forever. So
well,
thank you so much,
my friend. No, anytime. You got the number. You need me, give me a call. All right, folks.
Sounds good.
Take it easy down there in Pittsburgh. You'll be back at it next year.
It's the divisional round of the playoffs, and the Eagles visit the Saints. With me to talk about it is Matt Greeley from the 4th and 26 podcast. How you doing?
Feeling great, man. After that, wow, talk about kind of stealing one in Chicago. Beating like the best defense in the NFL, 16-15, squeaking through with the, now infamous double doink game. Yeah, pretty, it's like one part thrilled with just a dash of shocked, just slightly surprised, and we kind of talked about this before the game. Still, even though we've seen Foles win these big games, it's always kind of we're slightly just slightly surprised every time. So
it's amazing. Yeah, it was an incredible game, and wow. I mean, it's just double doink. I actually saw something today where they edited it to make it look like he made the field goals. They won.
Unbelievable. Yeah. I felt bad for Cody Parkey. I mean, he had a tough week. He had a bunch of death threats on one. Oh shoot, what's this?
What happened?
Sorry, buddy.
Okay.
That was my computer. Video came up there. My apologies there. So I felt bad for him. He had a bunch of death threats coming in on one hand, and then I don't know if you heard that there were Philly fans Venmoing money to Cody Parkey. Yeah. So he had an up and down week, I mean, and I think, pretty classic Philly showing their appreciation in a very, cheeky way there. And I bet you there's other guys out there with the name Cody Parkey on Venmo that just woke up with $800 in their account. No idea.
Probably. And aren't saying a word. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'll take the money. Whatever.
That must have been a strange sensation for anyone involved in that. But yeah, I mean, and the other thing about that too is, and we didn't realize till after a day or two later that Trayvon Hester of the Eagles special teams actually tipped the ball. There's a couple, you can find some video of it, and so that was kind of forgotten. I mean, so Cody took a lot of heat, and then it turns out, well, somebody blocked it. So that very, very rare. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello? Sorry.
The thing is, I thought it actually like doinked in at first. I thought it like bounced off the post and then like went in, and it's like, oh no.
That was crazy. It was a tough loss for Chicago. I mean, I think it was a good game. It was a sort of what, we talked about it. What I expected, most people expected, was, a tough defensive slugfest, a little bit sloppy on offense. I mean, clearly Foles did not have his best game. Trubinsky played well for a young quarterback. He played well, but it was a battle of the defenses. And yeah, I mean, that thing could have easily, I mean, it's almost shocking that it bounced and didn't roll over the crossbar. That was a point when I saw, and it was a rare case of the coach freezing the kicker, and it actually worked.
Yeah.
Because when I saw Parkey kick that one through, but the timeout had been called, I thought, man, it's over. That's it. Eagles season's done. Bears win. on the field goal. And then, so it was, quite a roller coaster. It's tough to see a whole stadium like just shocked like that. But obviously, as an Eagles fan, just elated and shocked